So my whole experience with this quarantine thing, from a creative standpoint, it helped me so much because I'm like, you can't leave the house. You can't visit people. You can't go to the club. You can't go to the studio like that. And I had to just really like teach myself a lot of stuff. So I sat down and I was like, so what are you going to do to like sustain yourself during this freaking pandemic? So I started TikTok, and I would get on, and I had all the time in the world. So all day I would just get on there and record like 15, 20 TikToks a day. Like, and just learn those and kind of post them and play around with them. And then as far as like the music side, I had enough time to I had more time to actually write and learn myself as an artist more, and learn that I could be like more creative and study different music, study different genres, kind of develop who I wanted Bella Blaq to be as an artist, and, try to differentiate, Shakira and Bella. So the pandemic, it was a terrible thing, but I feel like it taught everybody so much stuff. From a personal standpoint, I'm a single mother of 3 kids. So they like be at home with them all day, every day. I love it. But I didn't have time to do anything. And I was actually going to school for marketing. That's something else I picked up during the pandemic. I was like, well, I must get in school, so I can figure out how to, market myself and help other people market. And so they're in school, I'm in school, then I still have to cook and then clean and still try to write. And I'm like, this is a headache right here. It was a bit much, but it was definitely needed. Like, it gave me so much more appreciation to everything. Just, being able to actually sit there and watch them all day, every day, because the kids are in school most of the time, like 8 hours out of the day. And then I that's my free time to, rest, invest into my craft, perfect my craft, work on me, have mommy time, have self time. And all of that was like, not happening. And then not to mention, I have to get up at like 6 to cook for them breakfast. And then they start school at 7 and they're not out until 4. And so it's like an all day thing. It was a mess. During the pandemic, I started yoga also. So that kind of helped a lot, like yoga. And then I actually started reading my Bible more. So that helped a lot too. Like, I would like read a chapter a night, like a whole chapter a night, and I'm like, okay, so this helps. So, I was able to get closer to God during this. I was able to get closer to myself. It was amazing. And the best part of the day was being able to soak in my tub with candles and music and wine and relax. And the kids would still come barge in when I was think they would be asleep. And I'm like, can I please have this time to myself? Terrible. So perseverance is very important. Balance is very important. I can honestly say, like, a lot of times if I'm at the studio or when I'm doing photo shoots or different things like that, if my kids can come with me, I'm bringing them with me so they can see, like, mommy is not just out, she's actually working. She's actually, she really at the studio for real, and I think that that's an important step so that they can see, like, this can happen, especially considering the fact that I can only speak for me. Me and my kids went through a lot of stuff. We went through a lot of stuff. So I feel like if they were there with me without complaining when we were in the mud, literally going through things, they deserve to see the process so that they can appreciate the end result. You see, so they see where we were. They're with me during the process. They're complaining. Then they're like, I'm ready to go home. I'm sleepy. I'm tired because we on set all day. And I'm like, no, you need to see that it's work that has to be put in. And you're looking at these artists and you're looking at these rappers and you're looking at these actresses and influencers and you want these things that they have. And I'm like, no, you have to watch the grind. Like, you need to be able to soak in everything that's going on. And so for me, like, that plays a major part. I would never give up anything for my career because I based my whole life off of this. I mean, I was 16 when I got pregnant. I had my oldest son when I was 16 years old, and I knew since a child that I wanted to do music. And I never forget, like, my mom was like, "What are you going to do?" I'm like, "Rap." I'm not going to school. That's not what I want to do. I'm not opposed to it, but everybody's paths are different. So I'm a firm believer in whatever vision that God gave to you, you focus on that. I don't care how hard things get. I don't care what you go through. I don't care what people say. I don't care how bad it seems. You have to hold on to that. And that alone balanced out the negativity, to speak on balance. Being able to look and think back on the vision that was given to me in my dreams, the vision that was given to me during the struggles, that balanced out the negativity and the things that I was going through, because I had to always bounce back to the vision. And I knew the end result. I didn't know the path. Like I said, people start here and they know they want to go here, but they forget about the middle. They forget about the mud, and the work and everything that got to be put in between that. And so my whole thing is to make sure that you really just focus on it and know that nothing is going to come. Balance yourself, pace yourself, know that it's not a race. Nipsey said it best, it's a marathon. I don't care when you get there, just get there. Don't stop, don't make excuses. You can't make excuses because you already got, for me, I didn't have a support system when I started. So you can't be against yourself. You can't allow other people's fear to stop you. And then so now you got them working against you, and then you're gonna have the nerve to work against yourself. Like, that ain't gonna work. That you can't do that. That you already lost before you started. So now what you doing? You wasting time.